This is like going to happen all night.
All right. Well, welcome to Mama Mouse Club. Poor John Claire is having some internet issues.
We are having serious internet issues over at Casa Jean Claire. So sorry, guys.
We may have to speak to her from like the great beyond of the internet a couple times tonight. We'll see how it goes. We may have to summon her
a lot.
Yes, we'll have to get on our Haunted Mansion ears and summon her.
I probably should wear my Haunted Mansion ears. That would make everything make more sense.
Well, welcome to the very first Mama Mouse Club. We're so excited. So we had an idea that it'd be fun to get a bunch of fellow Disney moms together and just talk Disney with everybody. So that's what we're going to be doing. Our plan is to do a live stream and we'll rotate hosting. So every other week on Thursdays at 7 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Mountain. I don't know how many people are actually even in Mountain. I feel like I'm like
that's you,
a lonely mountain person out here. But every other week we'll be live. And I think next time we're going to be live, we said over on your channel, right, Jean Claire?
Yes, and I think I'm going to do it in my office so that I can make sure. I never have issues in my office. This is the first time I'm like actually streaming in our living room. So I'm learning a lot about my house tonight.
Yes, and this is the perfect comment. Can you sense our sympathetic vibes? It's a perfect comment to summarize the technical difficulties.
Exactly.
Well, thank you guys all for joining us. We have quite a few people here in the chat. So, and I know people are coming from all over with all of our different channels coming together. So I'm sure we'll have different people we recognize in the chat, but looks like we've got Mickey's Girls, Jizz Goals. I know Amanda's husband's hanging out in the chat with us. Yeah. Monarch
Just
Moment.
ignore everything he says.
Aileen is here from Aileen Schmaleen and Hughes and Brews and Young at the Park. So we've got lots of people here tonight. I think I got everybody so far. I know Mark's hanging out in the chat too. So
Monarch Moments.
Yes.
Jizz Goals.
Yep.
Awesome.
So,
thanks, guys.
Chelsea Stone Creations. I see her in there too. Theme Park Vets. Lots of people in the chat. So thank you guys all for helping over. Yeah. Hopefully this will be lots of fun. We just thought it'd be fun to get together and just talk all things Disney. So tonight we're going to be just kind of introducing each of our channels, who we are, sharing a little bit about ourselves and our Disney mom style. So we'll hop in with answering some fun questions tonight. So I'm going to kick it off since I'm the official host tonight. So we're going to go round robin. So Amanda will be first, and then Heather, and then Jean Claire, and back to myself. So the first question tonight is just introduce yourself, your channel, kind of what your channel is about, and why you started a YouTube channel. So I'll let you start, Amanda.
All right, so we actually started as Not Bad Parents, our first channel, and it was more just like a podcast kind of type style. We would do like Disney top fives, and we just wanted to talk Disney. Like that was our goal. And then we kind of split off so that, like, because my husband Chris does the Not Bad Parents, so he does more like vlogging adventures, and I do more of like the podcast style, more focused on just Disney stuff. And so I just want a reason to talk about Disney and live in Disney and talk about Disney and share my love for Disney with everyone. So that's kind of how it started.
Who doesn't?
Yeah,
exactly. All right, Heather, what about you?
So I started our channel, Moana Mom, because I'm the TA in the group. So I'm a travel agent. And every time that we were live in the parks, everybody said like, oh, do you guys have a channel where I can follow you and the girls? Both of my girls are adopted from China. So I have a connection to the adoption community there. And then I was just like, oh, okay, I guess I'll start one. And then we only got like a few episodes into like vlogging, and then everything went crazy in the world. And the girls started their own show called Quack Chat. And it just like went from there.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And I love being in the parks. We're in Disney all the time, and it's the best. And it taught them both English. Mickey taught them both English. So
yeah,
Disney's our life.
Best person to learn English from, right? All right.
Awesome.
What about you, Jean and Claire?
So, what was the question again? It's already started off that way, right?
Right. So just tell us kind of about your channel and why you started it.
So our channel started originally because Zoelle had been traveling. Like we had started traveling when Zoelle was like 3 months old. And I started to realize like I didn't feel like I had sufficient memories of our trips. And then we also felt like I didn't have sufficient information about certain things or certain aspects of our trips. And so I thought it would be fun to kind of share my 2 cents and kind of put information out there that I thought that I wanted to know. So that's how our channel got started. And we started off when we were living in New York because, Zoelle had been to Europe and the Caribbean and several states. And I had like pictures, but no real consistent memories. And so we wanted to really just kind of document that. And then I started planning a trip for Disney for her 3rd birthday. And as I got into the weeds of planning the Disney trip, the whole Disney aspect of our channel just like took on a life of its own. And it just keeps getting deeper and deeper into like the Disney aspect. And we have more and more trips planned to Disney than to other places, to the point where my husband's even like, all right, I'm done with Disney.
Yep, mine too.
And you guys are Disney Vacation Club members too, right, Jean and Claire?
Yeah, we became DVC. I literally only bought DVC for the trip that we took for Zoelle's 3rd birthday because it was me, my husband, my stepson, my mother, my eldest son, who's 24, his wife, my granddaughter, and then my daughter. So it was 8 of us traveling.
Yeah.
There was just, when we were trying to like do the math, we would have had to get 2 separate hotel rooms, and then we were staying for a whole week, and to be in a hotel for a week so we wanted a villa, but then we didn't want to stay, because we do have timeshare outside of Disney, but we didn't want to stay off property. We want to stay on property. And when I started looking at like the bigger units, the numbers just were crazy. And I was like, well, I might as well just buy DVC. I called Disney.
Well, I mean,
I called the DVC hotline as I was walking to the train station from my office in Midtown Manhattan and said, I want to buy DVC. What contracts do you have? Let's do it. And I did it all over the phone.
That's
Oh my gosh.
They're probably like, ooh, that was a good call to pick up.
We were
The
looking
best way to do
that.
DVC, the best way, if you were considering doing DVC and you're deciding that you're going to go direct through Disney, skip the presentation, just pick up the phone and call them and tell them what you want.
Yeah, that works. Oh. All right,
What about you, Irene?
I'll talk a little bit about our channel. So our name is from our son, Walter, and he was actually named after Walt Disney because we've just always loved Disney. And we said very early on in our relationship, if we ever have a little boy, his name's got to be Walter. So we always knew that. And then, I don't know, we just kind of knew, we had talked about having a YouTube channel for a long time, that if we ever do, it's going to be The Wonderful World of Walter. Like, we just knew that's what it was going to be, and kind of inspired after The Wonderful World of Disney, and that's kind of where our name came from. So I guess I grew up, my parents had, the big video camera, and there's all these videos from my childhood, and I always loved going back and watching them and just seeing how I grew up and having those memories, and lots of good family stories that we laugh about from that. And so I think that was just a big part of my childhood, and I really wanted to have that for our little guy. And then my husband and I, we ran a video production studio for
Some of the spirits met in the
Yes. Start the seance. We've called her back.
There she is.
This is the worst. Oh my gosh.
Aww.
But you know what? This is exactly how my life works right now. So this is actually fitting.
You gotta roll with the punches when it comes to technology, for sure. Yeah. But yes, I was just saying we love tech, and so that's kind of part of our excuse for having a YouTube channel too, is to get to play with all the like toys and cameras and microphones and all that good stuff. And then for me, like editing videos, just it's a stress outlet for me. It's a good creative outlet. So
I don't know how we're friends.
I love it. Like the editing process is definitely one of my favorite pieces of it. Like finding the right song and just like flowing the clips together and telling a story. It's just, I really enjoy it. So yeah, it's a good excuse too. We say all the time, like it inspires us to do things having a YouTube channel. Like
exactly.
Right. Like you can, and like you can also make the excuse like, oh, well, it's for the vlog. So we have to like buy this thing or try this thing or go to this place. So we'd love to.
My husband's always like, well, why don't we do that without the vlog? And I'm like, well, I mean, we can. But if we're gonna do it, why not vlog?
Right? It's a good excuse, like, and I feel like it encourages us to try different things or like go do something that we're like, oh, we've never eaten at this restaurant before, or we've never tried this thing. So it's a good excuse. Yeah. It's fun. Plus, I feel like it's also the community. Like, I mean, that's how I know Amanda. That's how I know Jean and Claire. Heather and I know each other from the travel agency, but I feel like we've also connected because of YouTube and having our channels and doing that. So,
and our children are getting married.
Yes. We've already it's an arranged marriage.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We're reserving the wedding pavilion at the Grand Floridian now. Yep. They don't even know it yet, but
they haven't met each other yet. But it's okay. Yeah. They're getting married someday. All right. Well, Amanda, I'll let you launch in the next question.
All right. So my question is, why are you a Disney mom? Like, why do you love Disney? What makes you a Disney mom? So should we go to Heather first?
Yeah.
Go down. I feel like I'm in the Brady Bunch.
I know, right? It's like, which one are we going to next? Yeah. So I'm obsessed. Anybody that knows me, like, it's a problem. But I think primarily why I became one is because I was like raised by one. My dad was at the World's Fair whenever like the whole Carousel of Progress was like out there. Like we have photos of it, like everything. My grandparents raised us on Disney when we were like growing up. Like when I was a kid, it was dad gets to pick a vacation one year and then mom always picked like, okay, well, we're going to Disney this year. So, I mean, that's just always what I grew up on. And like, I think when you're a kid, and it might be different in districts now, but like, if you're that kid that like just doesn't fit in with everybody else, which like I was, anytime I went on that vacation, I was like, I fit in with these people. Mm-hmm. This is my place. And like, I truly believe like all the things that like Walt has like dreams come true. Like I told my parents I was adopting in the middle of Disneyland. So like, it's just, I was raised on it for generations. And then like, now I want to raise my girls on it. And I mean, it's like the best life. I mean, right? Like,
it's a great life.
What else would you rather do than like go to Disney every single day of your life? I mean, let's all be honest here. But yeah, that's why I'm a Disney mom, because I've been raised like that way. It's just our normal.
Yeah.
It's our home.
Yep.
Love it. What about you, Jean Claire?
So I wasn't raised as a Disney household. I think I went to Disney World one time when I was about 8 years old, maybe. And I barely remember. Like the only thing I remember about that trip is being in the hotel, don't know which one, because we were singing that song, you don't have to take your clothes off. I don't know why we were singing that song, but we were with the Girl Scouts and the Haunted Mansion. That is literally the only ride like that I remember from that whole entire trip. I don't remember anything else about that trip, but the Haunted Mansion. So that's why the Haunted Mansion has always been like one of my favorite rides, because it's one of my earliest memories. And then as I became an adult, I really didn't, like, because I didn't grow up around Disney, it just wasn't a thing for me. We really couldn't afford it. Like, we really couldn't afford it. And so once I started making grown-up money, I could afford it. My son was at an age where he was just like not very interested in Disney. He was more, let's go to Universal. So that's what we did when he was coming up. So when I had my daughter, I was like, she is going to be a Disney baby. I got a second chance at this. We are going to do it. And so, yeah. So, I mean, when we bought our first timeshare in Florida, it was in 2006. And we did go to Disney on that trip. But my son was just like, he was, after that, when we went to Florida, it was always to go to Universal. So when I had my daughter, I was like, yes. And she's a girl. So, yes, princess.
All the ears, all the dresses.
Yes. Yep.
I know. That is like the hard thing with a boy. There's not as much like things, but we've definitely like gotten into the cars and all that kind of stuff. So
At least now there's Marvel and Star Wars.
yeah, there's a lot.
That helps.
But I do like, there's still a big part of me that would love to have a little girl someday, so I can do all the fun ears and princess stuff and all that good stuff.
So what about you, Irene?
So for me, like growing up, I had 3 wishes. I wanted a tree house, I wanted a dog, and I wanted to go to Disney World. Like those were my like 3 things. I never got a tree house, but I got a puppy, and then we did finally go to Disney World when I was in 5th grade. So I remember like all the kids at school were like, oh, you're going to Disney World? Like, that's for babies. Like, why would you want to go to Disney World? And I was like, listen, it is not for babies. It is so cool, and I am going. So I remember getting like the Disney Channel when I was little, and I loved it. And I would like rush home from school because it was like a behind the scenes Disney show that would come on and tell you like how they built all the rides and like what was happening in the parks. And like I'd watch all the like Disney classics from the vault when they do like the Vault Disney openings at night and play like the classic Disney films. And I just was like always obsessed with it as a kid. I just love it. And then I like went into hospitality. That was like my degree because I just loved everything about Disney, just how like clean they are, had the attention to detail, the customer service models like above everybody else. Like no one can touch that. And so that's just always been like iconic to me, is just how they manage everything. And so it kind of sets the bar for me when I do everything, when I work with people, customer service. I love the history of just like Walt and who he was and how he started the company and where he came from. And so just there really isn't anything about Disney that I don't just like love with my whole being. So Mark also was a Disney kid. Like his mom was a travel agent, so he went a lot growing up, which was really cool. He had that opportunity, so he loved it. So it was very easy for us to fall in love, I think, because we both had that similar love for Disney. So we took our first trip together he had just graduated high school. It was the summer in between my sophomore and junior year of high school. We took our first trip and just fell in love with it. And we did our honeymoon in Disneyland. And then as soon as we had Wally, we went a ton because they are free under 2. So they flew for free. We got in for free. So we're like, Disney, Disney, Disney. I think we went I don't know. I think he'd gone 12 times before he turned 2. So, which is an accomplishment living in Colorado. So
yeah,
it's a commitment to get there. But we had annual passes and we just did it a bunch, and Wally loves it now. So it's just it's in our blood. It's just a big part of our family, and it's just home. And Disneyland and Disney World. I don't know that we necessarily are one park over the other. We really love both parks for different reasons, and they both feel like home for different reasons. So it's in our family DNA. We are a Disney family through and through.
Yep. Well, I get to go last, and it's funny because I everything that you guys said. I definitely agree with almost a little bit of everything you said. I grew up loving Disney movies, of course. I was a 90s kid, so the Disney Renaissance, Beauty and the Beast, and Little Mermaid. That's 89, but it's close enough to 90s.
Yeah.
And Aladdin. I loved it as a kid. That was your Friday night, renting a Disney movie, and just eating popcorn and loving Disney, living in the Disney magic. And I never thought I'd be able to go to Disney World, but I did go when I was 13 and I had a blast. I loved it. And then I didn't think I'd get to go again for a long time. And I didn't get to go until, I had my family. I went with Chris for the first time. And he didn't think he wanted to do it either because he's not a big theme park person. But he got like a really good deal at All-Star Resorts. And we had like a good plan. So we're like, let's just do it. And we brought Miles. Miles was 1.5. So he was free. And Michelle was 3. So it was good age for her because she was so one of the princesses. And we just we walked onto Main Street and I just felt like that a 13-year-old again. Like I felt like a kid again. And I just looked at Chris and his eyes, like I could just tell he it was like love at first sight. And then you can't help but be happy there. You feel like a kid again. It's your happy place. It's the kids had a blast and we're like, we only want to go here. And we've only been going there on vacations for the last 5 years now.
Yeah.
So, that's when we think of what we want to do, where we want to be, it's Disney every time.
Yep.
We love it.
I agree. I'm trying not to ignore the chat. It's hard to balance chat with.
Yeah, no.
I know we got some new people coming in.
Yes, there's a lot of new people in here. So thank you guys for joining. I'm trying to catch. I know Does Infinity is joined.
Hey, Daniel.
Magical Disney.
Yep.
Hey, Stacey
Replay
Paul.
Disney. Jen and Mark from Fun and Fancy Free.
Hey, guys.
I thought I saw Read Pray Disney join. Yep.
Yep,
Christina's
Replay
there.
Disney is in here. Life Joyfully Done is in here too. Magical Disney Pals.
Jen, I saw your comment. Yes, I can't wait. Jen and I are going to be in Disney World in April, and we're going to overlap.
Oh, nice.
So we're definitely going to try to meet up then. But I know, Irene, you mentioned that you guys win a ton before Wally turned 3 because they're free.
Yeah, free. Yeah.
Birthday. If you go when they're turning, so we went for Zoelle's 3rd birthday, and we thought we were going to have to pay for her for that trip. We checked in the day before her 3rd birthday.
Oh.
So she was treated as 2 for the whole entire trip. So just note, if you're going to go for your kid's 3rd birthday, check in the day before they turn 3.
Yep.
And then they're treated as 2 for the whole trip.
And that's a Jean Eclair with your thrifty tip.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I remember from helping people plan trips that was always the key that you wanted to check as long as your check-in date was before, then they could still qualify throughout the duration of the trip. So
yeah, we traveled a ton before Zoelle turned 2 as well because they're free to fly before 2.
Free to fly for 2 and then Disney's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she flew to Dubai for free when we went to Dubai.
Nice. Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
Yeah. I know. We tried to take advantage of it as much as we could because it's definitely and it's a fun time to go. I feel like part of the reason Wally loves Disney as much as we do and has that connection to it is because he went so much when he was little. It's what he saw and where we laughed and made all these memories. And so I think it's great to take your kids no matter what age they are, even if they're older and you're going for the first time. But if you have the opportunity to take them when they're really, really little, I think it's 100% worth it. And people ask that all the time. Is it worth taking them if they're so little? Are they going to remember it? Can they even do anything? And I feel like there's more you can do at Disney than any other vacation spot or theme park.
Yes.
When they're really little.
And where else do you go on vacation where you can go with multiple generations and all participate in the activity?
Exactly. And that's why Walt built the parks.
I mean, and that's what it was. He wanted everybody to be I want to be able to do stuff with my kids. But you'll see 4 generations sometimes, and I'm the crier in the group. I get emotional, pull my heartstrings. And anytime I see a great grandma that says I'm celebrating my 90th birthday. I mean, I know I can't hug her now because of the world going on right now, but I just want to be oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then you'll see a little baby that's her great granddaughter. Yeah. It's a fabulous place to be. And every time that someone says how Amanda was saying we go to Disney and we've been going for 5 years. Anytime someone says to me, you're going to Disney again, I'm like, yeah, and I've never seen it all.
Yep. That's
You'll
the
never
thing.
see it all.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is like they're always adding new things too, and changing things, and like adding different events and festivals and entertainment, and so it's like even if you've been 100 times, there's still things. There's still restaurants you haven't been to. There's still like rides or attractions we haven't done in the park. So we're like, we've never done that in all the times we've gone. So I feel like there's just always something new.
Resorts.
Yeah, and the resorts.
There's so much I haven't done.
Yeah,
so much.
Like I watch other vlogs, and I'm just like, oh, I've never done that. I've never eaten there. I've never been to that resort. I've never been on that ride.
Yeah. Or I've never like thought to walk into this pavilion in Epcot. Like there's just so many things to do every time you go, and I feel like you can have a different experience. Like it can be a very different vacation depending on what resort you're staying at or how you approach your itinerary. Like Amanda, I know you guys have done quite a few stays where you go down and just like do the resorts and don't even go into the parks. Yeah.
Yep. Save lots of money, and there's still so much to do, and you get to like relax a little bit more too. So it's not like a go vacation, which is nice.
I do wish that that's the one thing that people like did more, because they do like to go, is to like take in all the magic that is at each and every one of those like resorts, and every single one is different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's just like have like a day where you just like take it all in, because it's amazing to just like even be staying there.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You're in the Disney bubble.
I know. And you feel that there is no world outside of that Disney bubble. You are perfectly okay. Well, I mean, now you have to check the app. Well, you did previously for like fast passes and stuff like that. But other than that, you are perfectly okay never touching your cell phone. And like if you're an annual pass holder, or if you have Memory Maker, you don't even have to take your own pictures.
Yes, Memory Maker.
Like moms get
Memory
to be on
Maker's so
vacation.
worth it. Yeah.
Moms get to be on
Get to be
vacation.
in the picture.
Yes, right. Yes, exactly. You get to be in the picture.
Yep.
Yes.
We get to be in the room where it happens.
Yeah.
All right, well, we made it 28 minutes in, and there's our first Hamilton. Gotta drop the Hamilton.
I knew it was coming.
I knew it was going to happen. Let's see. I know back here, Jen for Disgold had a really good comment that like same for the dining plan too. So with the age for the park, same for dining plan for kiddos. It's like 9. And Heather, you probably know the age change on that. But that can be a really good.
And it is, because if they're 2 and under, those kids are eating for free, people.
Yeah.
Like, they're eating for free.
Yep.
So when anybody ever says to me, like, how young is too young? My answer is like, never. Like, they're free.
Well,
so
that's what we did with Wally. We did all the dinner shows and all the buffets before we had to pay for them. So it was like, and it was a great way. And it was awesome when he was really little and he was eating, like starting to eat solid foods and try things. The buffets were awesome because we're like, okay, like here's like a bunch of stuff for you to try. Like, let's see what you like and what you don't like. So it's a great way to expose them to different things too.
Yeah.
I
wish they still have the tickets with the no expiration option, because that's what we bought in 2006. So we got like 8-day tickets that had a no expiration option, because you remember back in the day, like you had to use your tickets within like 14 days of first use. And so we still have like 4 days because we had the no expiration option, and then we had the water park and more fun option. So some of the days we used for the water park, which didn't eat our park ticket days. So we still have tickets, and my son was 7 or 8 when we got that. So he got a kid's ticket, so the kid's ticket price, and he can still use it now, like as an adult.
That's nice. Yeah.
Oh no, we lost
it. She just drops like
drop the mic. Look at that.
There was another question here. Stacy and Paul had asked, what made you all decide on your channel names, and did you have alternatives that you almost chose?
That's a really good.
That's a very good question. Stacy and Paul, we probably should have like addressed that question in this first episode.
Yeah. There's a reason we have them here.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I kind of shared ours.
Oh yeah, you
so
did. Yeah.
For us, we were decided. We knew we were going to be Wonderful World Walter, and very much it was after our son. So that was an easy one for us. We didn't really ever have any alternative names. We have thought, though, if we have another kid, what would we name our channel? So that's like our challenge, that if we have another baby, then who do we become? Because is it still the Wonderful World Walter, or? But actually, Paul and Stacy, they call us the Wonderfuls all the time.
Oh.
So we're like, well, we could be just the Wonderfuls, and then like,
and then get like Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank to like sponsor you.
There you go.
There you go.
There's a joke. You just drop advice, and then you're like, peace out.
I know.
So did you hear the question, Jean Claire?
No, but I heard you guys talking about name changes. So I'm guessing
Stacey and Paul had asked. They asked what made us decide our channel names, and if we had any alternatives that we almost chose.
No, my name. I feel like I started the channel because I wanted to do Zoel's World, because literally my world revolves around her. Yeah. Ever since she came into the world, it's been all about her, good or bad. It's been all about her. She's a little spoiled. Yeah.
She's just loved. She's not spoiled.
She is extra loved. Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I like to say. I'm like, she's not spoiled. She's just extra loved.
Yeah.
But it's funny because her personality, she does not lack confidence. And I hope that's like one quality in her that never, ever, ever changes.
Yeah.
Because she has all the confidence in the world. And I'm just like, I don't want anybody to ever break that spirit from her.
Yes. It's a hard one. It's a hard thing to parent, but at the same time, it's like such a characteristic, because Wally's the same way. Like, I'm like, I hope you never lose that, but also sometimes can you just
I need you to check it out. Yeah. Have that outside the house, but not here. Just not here.
My youngest is like that. My oldest, I always say
that's why they're gonna get married.
Your youngest is I see your youngest, Heather, and I'm like, that's my Zoel.
She is like, she's a performer, and it's 24/7. And anybody that knows her, they're just like, oh my gosh, like she's really like that 24/7. And I was like, yeah, like I just turn the camera on and she just goes. But like, you're right, Irene, like as a parent, like sometimes I'm just like, yo, like just like chill out.
I know. Right. And with a boy, like boys are like, he is so headstrong about like, he like is constantly hurting himself because he just will not like slow down or listen. I'm just like, Wally, please, like mom can't take any more head injuries. Like just can't do it. I know it's exhausting, but it's also like you love that about them too. You know, it's like you want them to carry that with them. The other day we were at the museum and he was telling the guy, I'm like, I'm going to build this drone to excavate dinosaurs with. And then the museum curator guy was like, well, you know, drones don't work great for dinosaur bones because they're under the ground. And Wally's like, I know that. I'm an engineer.
I love it.
Okay. He's like, I would put a shovel on the drone. I'm like, okay, it's got
Well, what about your channel name, Amanda?
Mine's pretty like self-explanatory. I think like it's just magic. There's 4 of us and magic and Disney and like, you know, our first channel was Not Bad Parents, and like we just love that name. That name was like we were so excited about that, but then we wanted to branch off and do more Disney, so we had a and our last name kind of almost sounds like Disney. I'm not going to say it on the air, so I was trying to think of a way to like
incorporate it.
Yeah,
our last name like with Disney, but we didn't want that out there. So
yeah.
What about you, Heather?
So ironically, Moana is not my favorite Disney princess, but that movie made me cry whenever I saw it, obviously, like in the thing, because when Maui says, like, what's that tattoo for? And he says, like, my parents threw me in the ocean. Well, as an adoptive mom, I'm just like, bawling, like, oh my gosh, whatever. But it's more so like the words in the soundtrack of like Moana, how far I'll go, and like how she's always like the ocean's calling me. That is how I felt about adoption. And like it was almost instant whenever I was just like, okay, I'm going to buy a domain and I'm going to do all this stuff. And it was just like Moana Mom, because like this is how far I'm going to go to like become a mom. And like we literally like crossed oceans to like become a family.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm gonna cry.
But like Jasmine's still my favorite like princess, because she was like, listen, nobody's going to tell me who I'm marrying, and like I want to marry who I want to marry. So I mean, like she's still my favorite princess. But Moana is like strong, and it's just I just love all aspects of like that movie, and more so like the songs behind it, and like just I mean, I cry anytime I hear the song.
That movie is awesome. We started the theater like 10 times.
I know.
It's a good one.
So good.
I was ugly crying in the theater.
Yeah.
People looking at me.
I think it's a perfect movie.
3 times a day. That was the only movies that I would watch. So it was just basically on a loop.
Oh, Disgirls just said, Heather, you should have warned us to grab the tissues. Listen, I had to ask Amanda like what her question was tonight to compose myself before I answered why I wanted to be a Disney mom, so that I didn't cry. So feel free to grab the tissues.
Yes. Oh, we got lots of crying. Lots of crying happening.
Chelsea Stone Creations is on, and she's one of my friends that makes ears, and she just said Moana's her favorite movie, and I'm just so happy she's on because she made most of my ears up here.
She's fabulous. I need to message her about like making us some themed Moana ones then.
Ooh.
Yes, I was just thinking that. Like I don't have any Moana ears.
I had the girls get Moana masks like for our last trip.
Nice.
That's awesome.
We
We got
a bathing suit at the Poly, but that's because that was the only bathing suit that they had. And so
I'm so pumped for those new rooms whenever they're done. I'm going to be like the first one staying there, like, hi, Moana Mom in the Moana room.
Those have to like put a name plaque out.
Right.
The Moana Mom Suite.
That would be nice.
All right. Well, Heather, what was your question for all of us?
So I love my job as a TA. It's like a dream come true. But I do have one dream job, which then leads me to my question for the three of you. If you could have any job at Disney, what would it be?
I love this question.
I have to go first.
You do.
I want to see everyone answer in the chat too. I want to see what people put.
Yes, answer in the chat. Tell us what you want to do.
Yes. Yeah. It's a great question.
What job would I want to have? And I thought about this. And initially I was like, oh, do I want to be a princess to meet all the kids? And then I was like, no, I like my kid, but I don't really know that I want to meet that many kids.
I agree. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, no, like I want to be like, I don't know. Like I want to be the fairy godmother who like does the dippity boppity boo on the opening show.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because I feel like because you're the one that's kind of like starting the magic of the day. You know, you're just making it all happen.
Yes.
And then you get to go chill the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because you never see her again.
And you can be in shorts and a tank top underneath that gorgeous blue cloak. I'm just saying.
It's true. It's kind of it's like a graduation robe, right?
Right?
Doesn't have anything on underneath.
Oh, that's a very good choice.
That's a solid choice.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Irene?
So I think like when I chose my major in college, I went into restaurant resort management because I loved like the hospitality aspect of Disney, and probably like my biggest regret in life. And I really tried to live life like no regrets, because I just think that you can't change the past and life is what it is. And I don't really like have a lot of regrets, but the one regret I probably have is that I didn't do the college program. I was like the one thing I always wanted to do and just couldn't ever like make it work. and I like have always wanted to work in the resorts. So I think I would like love to work the front desk at like the Polynesian or at the Grand Floridian. Just like being there in the magic, being that like first person that people see when they kind of arrive into the Disney bubble and you get to start their vacation, and just being that like hospitality center. I think for me, that would probably be like the thing I would love to do the most. I would have loved to like work in the resorts. And Mark and I say all the time, like, we're going to retire and like go work at Disney someday. And he wants to drive one of the boats. He's like, I'm going to be deaf by that point in my life anyway. So I'm just going to drive the boats and it's going to be great. And like, he would be really great at driving the boats, but
That's what mine is.
I couldn't drive anything at Disney. You would want to drive the boats?
Yep. I put it friendship boats. I want to be a skipper of the friendship boats. They get to like just drive the boat around on the lake all day. Maybe the ones between, Magic Kingdom, you get to see the fireworks.
That's true.
At night. Like some of them like sing to you and like tell trivia and like tell jokes. And I love that. I want to do that.
Yeah.
It'd be so fun.
That would be fun.
And we got Chris wants to be an ugly stepsister. My husband.
I love it.
Because they're hilarious.
I love the
They're the
stepsister.
funniest Disney characters. When you were
They
in
really
the
are.
parks, hands down, they steal the show every time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I put up a short of my kids meeting them, and it was Michelle was wearing her Cinderella dress, and they were like trying to rip it off of her, and they were flirting with Miles. It was great.
That's awesome.
So
We did the dinner at 1900 Park Fair because that's the dinner where you see them and the stepmother, and they were hilarious. Like we could have used them all night, and like Cinderella, okay, whatever. Like they were the show.
It's the truth.
They're like the only villains I've met. I think I've met Gaston, but I haven't met many villains. I always hear they're so funny.
You can meet more of those in Disneyland. I feel like they're more prevalent in Disneyland.
Yeah.
Maybe Mama Mouse Club when Disneyland finally opens. We'll just have to make like a group trip to like Disneyland.
For sure.
I've never been to Disneyland, so
Jean-Claire, it's so magical.
It is. You feel so.
You will cry. You will
Like,
cry.
I want to go to all of the Disney parks around
We
the
do
world.
too.
Like,
Yeah.
all of them. All of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
me and Mark have been a co-captain the ship. Mark's
There you
just like-
go.
Okay, there you go. Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. I love that.
Yeah. He can actually drive, and I'll just chill. Like I probably would drive.
Those are really
So-
like a lot.
So Irene is going, when they check in, she's going to be like, welcome home, her dream job. They're going to get on your boat and you're going to bring them to their home. And then Jean-Claire is going to like welcome them into the front gate.
There you go.
Right?
And what are you doing?
And then I am going to be their VIP tour guide with all of the Disney information,
Yes.
all of the history, in my little plaid vest with my little gold pin, and any possible question you have, I know the answer to. Like, I want to do that until the day I die.
Perfect.
That would be
Disney
fun.
listening? Are you hiring? Because
I mean, like, this is what I mean. Aside from that, and it's like kind of a joke with like the agency, that, and I want to be Josh Tomorrow's like assistant, but that's like a real life goal. But like, I literally like want to be a VIP tour guide. That's what I want to do.
that's
I want to go on the VIP tour.
I've done one. They're awesome.
Oh,
I guess
I wanna
do
do
with
one.
the agency.
We got some good ones in the chat too.
Yeah, we have some really good ones in the chat, I was gonna say. So
We're going to be a face character. Are the face characters the ones without the mask, or like
without the
princesses?
mask. Yeah, like your face, facing.
well, Chelsea, didn't you see one on our trip? She said she never met one.
What?
Huh, that's surprising.
She's never met a
Okay.
face character?
Do custodial. That's interesting. I didn't think anybody would pick to be the custodian. Oh, but you get the water.
Custodial.
Water
yeah.
art.
That would be fun. to
Oh
watch.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you were going to be a custodian for anywhere, Disney is a place I'd want to be a custodian. Like getting to walk
And the
around
Rapunzel
all day.
bathrooms at that. So at least you had like
Yeah.
art to look at.
Well, and, like, we just get to walk
Yeah.
around the parks and
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
No,
interact.
it's so clean. It's so
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah,
They get to go underground.
yeah. Chrissy said taking care of animals in Animal Kingdom. That would be really cool.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Chrissy, have you ever done any of the animal tours in Animal Kingdom?
No, Chrissy's got a trip coming up, so she'll have to do. Maybe she can do one of the tours, the animal, like behind the scenes animal tours.
Yeah.
And
I
we got
want to
another.
do, but they have like age restrictions, like the
They
smaller
do,
kids
yeah.
can't.
Anything,
They do, but she could do the rhino tour whenever it comes back. Plus,
yeah, anything that goes backstage, you have to be over 12, I think.
They take you for the rhino tour. They take you. I believe that you have to be over. I have to check. I want to say that you have to be over 4 or 5 for that one.
Okay.
I don't know.
They might
yeah, no, Kylie did it when she was like 6, I think.
Yeah. Got another private tour guide from Disc Schools.
Best job ever.
So Stacy wants to be a singer.
Yeah.
there it is.
High soprano for Voice of Liberty. That would be great.
Oh,
And
they would-
Paul
I
for
don't
that
know
piano.
if you guys if you've never been to Stacey and Paul's the Disney Romantic Channel and heard her sing on it.
Oh,
They're both crazy talented.
they're both, yes.
Yes.
Magical.
Ooh, ticket operations at Disneyland Park. That's a good one. That'd be really. I would like to do that. I would like to do ticketing. I worked in ticketing for a long time, and I wouldn't mind doing ticketing for Disney. That'd be really fun.
Ooh, pin trading. Haley, yes. Yes, that's fun. Yeah, I don't know if I should be anywhere near pins right now.
I told you. I warned you. It's a slippery slope.
I went from having like the 6 or 7 pins that we had from our lanyard back in 2006 when I took my son to the few pins that I got from like the Disney Movie Club boxes. Like I got some Star Wars pins, some Marvel pins, and some Frozen pins. And then now I just have like, it's just like pin palooza around here. My husband's like, what are you doing with all of these things?
Yeah.
But there's so much for you to look at.
I have to pass it
I think I'm addicted to blind boxes. That's the problem. Like the blind box.
Oh, yeah.
It's a problem. I need help. Like it's a problem.
Like the surprise. The mystery.
Yes, the element of the surprise, and it's like you chase that high for the surprise, and then you don't get it. And so it's like, you know, like any other addiction, you go and buy more, right? Because you need the high. You need to
and like once you start collecting like a series, then you're in trouble.
And you have to get every last one in that series that you want.
Yeah. Eileen said she would be Belle on the stage show. That would be a good one.
Oh, she would be such a good Belle.
She would be such a good Belle. And
She looks like her.
The parades too. That'd be fun to
Oh,
be.
yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. Here you go. Blind boxes to me dirty. That is the truth. Blind boxes, man.
Watch blind box openings that need real dirty.
They
I'm like very upset about that. Like I opened 10 boxes and got 5 or 6 of the same pin. It was absolutely atrocious. And I was just like, what? But it didn't stop me from ordering more. So
well, see, that's the problem. And that's where Disney's brilliant though, because then they have pin trading, right? So then like Disney always finds a way to like make you feel good about it, because then you're like, it's fine, I have a trader. Right?
Exactly.
So, like, Disney never disappoints. Like they find a way that like even something that normally would feel like disappointing or discouraging, they always find a way to like make it a happy moment. And that's what I love about their customer service models. Like no matter what the experience, they find a way to like make it magical.
The only thing,
if it wasn't for those multiple doubles, I would have nothing to trade, because I do only buy pins that I want. Like when I buy singles, I don't buy singles to trade. So my traders do come from the blind boxes.
Yeah.
So I am not a pin trader, which I think I have like how you're saying. I might have ones from like 2000. Whenever you used to check into your resort, they would give you like 2 at check-in. So I have like those, and I have like maybe 3 Orange Bird ones. But I have a Shanghai Disneyland Castle one that I did keep. I used to keep it like on my bag when I was in Disney, and like one trip, like someone came up to me and was like, "Are you trading that?" And I was like, no, like, no, no. And then someone else came up to me and said, like, oh, I'll try. And I was like, no. And I like took it off of the bag, put it in my wallet. And it is now in my office because I was like, I went to China for that pin.
Right? No.
No, you cannot have it.
Back away from the pin. Aww. All right. Well, I think we have time for probably one more question. So, Jean-Claude.
So my question was, and I don't know if you guys in the chat saw the quiz that we left, but there was a quiz that we all took, and it was, what is your Disney mom style? So Eileen, what did you get for your, Irene,
So,
what did you get for your Disney mom style?
So, sadly, I think 3 of us got the same one. But maybe that's why we all love each other.
Yeah.
So I got Duchess, which was a little disappointing because I'm not a cat person. Like,
Neither am I.
I'll just go ahead and put it out there. Like, I'm a Disney dog person through and through. Cats are, and probably partially because Mark is like deathly allergic to cats, so just not our thing. But that being said, I do like the traits that the Duchess has. So I'll just share what it says. It says, you are most similar to Duchess from the Aristocats because you are charming, sweet, and have a great appreciation for the finer things in life. You are also very fun and diplomatic, and your children love you for that. Like many other moms, you want what's best for your kids, but you will go above and beyond, but you will also go above and beyond for them. So I think definitely there's some things that ring very true in there. I had to laugh at the like finer things for life. And I think for us, that's a big reason why we joined DVC. We love the deluxe resorts. And like, once you get a taste of staying in a deluxe resort, it's like hard to go back to like value. So I think that's for sure like a finer things of life. Like we like, and also like Disney in general is a finer things in life. I think like, yes, it's like, you're going to pay the price. Like it's more expensive, but like you get what you pay for. You definitely get like the full experience. So for sure, I definitely think there's some truth in that for sure. And then like going above and beyond for your kids and wanting what's best for them. Like that was a big thing for me in taking the quiz. I'm like, I just want Wally to always like try hard and be kind and like have every opportunity that's in front of him. So, and then it's funny that it said that you are fun and diplomatic. And I asked Wally, I'm like, Wally, like, how would you describe your mommy? Like, what do you think mommy is? And he goes, Mommy, you are so nice. You are a nice mommy. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess that counts for being like fun and diplomatic, but I'm just very nice. So and then he goes, and we went to the gift shop today at the museum. You didn't tell me I had to put that robotic arm away. You told me I could get it. You're such a nice mommy. And I was like, all right, well, way to play my fiddle there, dude.
You should have said, wait until we have 2 children. Then the answer will be no.
Right? I was like, you little stinker. You manipulate me all the time.
Wrapped around your finger.
Exactly. Aww.
So I also got Duchess. And I'm definitely allergic to cats too, just like Mark. Definitely allergic, so I'm not a cat person. But I do love Duchess. I love her.
Yeah.
So I was excited because she's so like elegant and I love how she talks and she's so good to her little kitties. And I just feel like, I put my kids first and care about my kids. I just want what's best for them and teach them that be kind above all else. So totally agree. I guess I can't argue with it. I was gonna take it over to see if I get something different, but
I know. I was thinking. I went back and looked at my answers, and I was like, "Well, I was like on the cusp of this one. If I change it, does that change it?" And like, no matter what I do, I still got Duchess. I was like, "All right, well, I guess I'm Duchess."
You can't deny it.
So it's funny that you mentioned that you guys went back. I got Duchess too, and then I was like, okay, because like when I'm not a TA, like I'm a financial analyst, like truly. And I'm like, if I would have picked this question, this is the question that gave me that answer. And I was just like, if I would have answered this, and I was like, but that quiz at Jean Claire was so long, I could not commit to doing it again.
It was so long.
It was a long one.
It was so long. And I am not a cat person. My sister is like, she is the crazy cat lady. I buy her all the Disney cat lady stuff. Like, she loves them. I can't go to her house. I'm definitely allergic to them. Like, when I send my kids, I'm like, come with extra clothes and like bring them in a bag so I can like wash them. I'm like definitely allergic to them. But obviously, like at the end of it, like whenever it says like you will go above and beyond for your kids, I was just like, absolutely.
That's
like that's anybody that knows me, like just my kids, they're like my life, and they had a rough start in life, and like I am doing everything in my power to like make it up to them, to like just be like, you're gonna have the most magical life on the face of the planet. They think it's normal that like they think that like all kids go to Disney multiple times a year, like it's normal.
Yeah, no, my kid definitely thinks there are certain things that are normal. Like when we went to the airport and we went to like the Delta Skyline, I was like, it's like her expectation. Like we go into an airport and she's like, where's the lounge? Like if she has to sit by the gate and wait, she's like, why are we here? And I'm like, because there's no lounge in this airport.
It's the finer things in life. I tell Molly all the time, I'm like, kiddo, you're going to have it rough someday when you got to like live in some like crappy apartment your first year of college. Like, you're going to have to like figure it out.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely feel like my kids do not know what it's like to struggle. Like I know what it was like to struggle growing up. Like we went, you know, there were periods of time where we went without lights, or we went without water, or we went without like, I mean, we always had like the basic necessities. I mean, we wouldn't go for like, you know, weeks without lights, but there would be like a day or two where, you know, my parents had to wait until their next paycheck to pay the light bill. My kids never understood any of that. Like they don't understand, like they don't know the struggle.
But I also think as moms, like because you went through that, you just you never want to have your kids go without. Like you never, you don't ever want, and that is
it's like, I don't know. I don't want them to go without, but at the same time, I don't want to give them everything. How they don't have I don't feel like my kids have like the same appreciation for being able to go without that I did, because they never had to wonder where something else would come from. I think my son is feeling it now because he's like a young parent and he's married, he's in the Army, and they want to be on their own, so they do everything on their own. So so I think he's understanding now, and I appreciate that fact that, you know, he didn't turn into like this adult that's like entitled to everything. Like he knows like they have to budget their money. They're a young couple. Like he doesn't call me and like, hey mom, can you bail us out of every like little situation? So I know when he does call, if he says, hey mom, can you help us out? Like they have tried every option and have come up with we got home. Zoelle, on the other hand, I have to pray for her husband. I hope he's
What did you get, Ajana Claire?
So I got Sarabi, and it says you are most similar to Sarabi from The Lion King. You're smart, tough, and extremely protective. You have instilled great values in your children and encourage them to be the best person that they can be. Although you appear to be calm, your inner lioness can come out when people try to mess with you and your kids, and that is so true.
We all got cats. We all got cats.
It's true, we are. We're all cats.
That is so true.
That's awesome. And I think one person in the chat got Mrs. Potts.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. And then somebody else, Carly just said she got Sarabi too.
Oh, Carol, Sarabi too. Yeah. Cat club.
Yeah.
Mama cat.
Yeah, we're all cats of some sort, though, right? We're all cats of some sort.
Oh, and
Eleanor. Eleanor.
That's what my mom got. My mom got Queen Eleanor when she took it.
Nice.
Is that from Elsa? Frozen?
From Brave.
Brave.
Oh, Brave.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
She's one of my top 3 princesses.
I think I linked it in the description for the video. Aileen was wanting to know where the quiz was. It's like all the way at the top of the chat. If you want to.
Yeah, it's at the top of the chat, but it's also in the video
in the description. Yeah, it's a long one, so yeah,
very thorough.
Gotta commit. All right. Well, we are at an hour, and I know we said we're going to try and kind of stick to an hour. I have one silly question I wanted to ask everybody, just to end on. So,
and then we go to the giveaway.
And then we got to announce our giveaway.
Oh yeah, we got to do the giveaway.
So this is a really quick one, but it is, what's your Disney addiction? Like, what's the thing about Disney that you like love the most? Like when you go to Disney, like you got to bring it home and merchandise, or you got to go here or do this thing. Like, what's the one thing like you have to do? Like, must.
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
Sorry, Melissa came downstairs and now she decided to bust out Connect 4. Go ahead, Amanda.
I mean, I guess ears. I have to bring home some ears. I don't know, but it's kind of been different lately because Chelsea makes ears, and she actually does almost like a better job than Disney does because she really personalizes them and they're comfortable. So it's been like I haven't been getting ears as much at the parks. Oh, it's hard. I guess I have to visit the Polynesian.
Yeah.
No matter what, I have to. Even if it's just to like go stand on the beach. Trader Sam's isn't open. I love Trader Sam's. Go sit in the lobby and just like relax, listen to the water. I don't know. I just love Polynesian. I have to go there every time.
That's a good one.
What's yours, Heather?
Mine's the Art of Disney store. My Art of Disney problem is like
that.
Donna Claire's pin problem. It's a problem. It's a problem. Those like light boxes or like the limited edition prints. I like hunted down like Greg McCullough for that reflection photo that has like all the hidden Mickeys and stuff. It's like stalking him like over like arts festivals so that I could get that print like signed by him and stuff. Like I have a problem with the Art of Disney. So every single time I would like search on Shop Disney to see like anything new that came out. And like the first day I hit up Magic Kingdom, I just like make a right and go in there to like scope out what I'm going to get before I like leave the trip that week.
It's a good one.
I like that. I just discovered that store and I love it. I never knew it was there.
Stacey and Paul said, Art of Disney is so good, but I just cry at how much I can't afford.
I know, right?
On
my 40th birthday, I went into the one that's like down in Disney Springs. And you know how they still have that signed check from Walt that says like happy birthday to like someone else that was like worked for there. And I was like, it's my birthday. It's only like $10,000. And like everybody looked at me like, are you insane? And I was just like, one day, maybe. One day. It's so expensive.
Yes. What about you, Donna Claire? What's your like one thing? Like, gotta do it, gotta have it. It's not.
I gotta ride Flight of Passage.
Ooh,
I have to. It's the one ride. Well, I will stand online for. I normally like we went this whole trip, and I think like when we went to Magic Kingdom, I think we went on one ride. Went on Haunted Mansion. That was the only ride we went on in that park. No, in Buzz Lightyear. When we went to Epcot, did we even do any rides in Epcot? The first day we went to Epcot, I don't even know that we did any rides. Like we went to get on the 3 Caballeros, and Zoelle wouldn't do it. I did ride Zoran, but it was like we could walk around the park and not do a ride. But I have to ride Flight of Passage. Like it's just the smell, and it's just everything about that ride is just fantastic, and like feeling like like you're actually on that banshee, like just
breathing
the ride, and just having like it's just the smoothness of it, like being able to like take those dips and drops and sharp turns and curves and not feel like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw up after this. And the smells, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I need to get a candle with that smell.
They have.
They have them.
Magic Kingdom do.
It's called Banshee. It's called Banshee.
Yeah, we have the oil.
Banshee.
Yeah. It's good. It smells a little soapy though to me. Like not the one on the ride, but the Magic Candle Company.
The
Like
candle.
yeah, it
Yeah,
smells.
I mean,
a
I
little
waited
too
online for
soapy.
60 minutes for that ride.
Wow. When we went in August, it was like not the park is at limited capacity, like really, really dead. And we got on Flight of Passage 5 times in a row, just getting back, going back, because we had never been on ever because we didn't want to wait.
Oh,
Like, all right,
really?
let's do that while we can. It
Nice.
Nice.
was
Yeah,
awesome.
you'll never see that
I
again.
can't believe you guys had never been on it until then. That's
No,
like,
we didn't want to wait. We couldn't get a fast pass. so.
yeah, I don't blame you though. And it's hard. Like if those fast passes, I miss fast pass, but I don't miss the days of having to book fast pass.
Yes, it's
Mhm.
exciting.
Like, well, out here it's 5 a.m. too that I'd have to like get on and get those, and like it was brutal. And then you like have to strategically decide like which park do I go for first? Do I try and do like Animal Kingdom because Flight of Passage is super popular, or do I go like Hollywood Studio? Like which one do I prioritize? Like
Oh yeah,
this was always like so stressful.
yeah. You got to think about what park's going to be crowded on what day, and
Mhm.
Oh no, she dropped off right at the end.
She'll be back. I think for us, it's the teacups. Like we have to do teacups at midnight. So that's like our thing. Our
Oh.
family thing is like teacups at midnight. So it's like always the last thing we read before we leave the parks. So it's like it's not Disney until we do the teacups as our like last thing before we leave the park. So teacups at midnight is like I think our
Cute.
Disney addiction. Like we have to do it. It's not Disney until we do
Oh,
it.
it's a cute tradition.
Although it
Yeah.
stinks when the park closes early because now it's like now doing teacups at midnight is a little bit harder to do. Like
It stinks when the sun's still up.
so
You're just gonna
like,
hide that. Wait.
yeah. All right, well, giveaway. So let's announce this. So everybody that has been on tonight and participating in the chat, you are already entered into this awesome giveaway. If you're watching this on the replay and you weren't able to participate live, just leave a comment down below and share. Let's see, what do we want them to answer for their comment on the video if they weren't able to be here live? Maybe like share what their Disney addiction is. Like, what's their one thing that like makes Disney like you can't do Disney without it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
So answer down in the comments. What's your one thing? Like, what's your one thing that you got to do if it's Disney? Like, you got to have it, you got to do it, or it's not Disney without it. Okay.
Yeah.
So we each are giving something to the giveaway, and you can read the full legal terms of giveaway down below. We got it all mapped out. No details been missed. But you do have to be a U.S. resident to win. So only if you live in the United States can you win. So sorry for anybody joining us from overseas. And you will receive something from each of us. So we're each giving an item. If you win, you get all 4 of these items. So I can start and share the item.
18 or older.
18 and older.
I have to give the legal stuff. 18 or older.
Go ahead. Just gotta do the legal rundown.
Publicly subscribe to all of our channels.
Yes.
So make sure you're publicly subscribed to all of our channels. And you're entered if you're in the chat, and then we already gave the question. And then after you give, do you want to do the bonus entries now or after you do the items?
We can talk about bonus entries now. Yeah.
Okay. So for bonus entries, you will go to Instagram and follow each of us on Instagram. We'll do a giveaway post on each of our Instagrams. So like the post, and you can enter.
Oh no, she's pausing.
And you can tag as many friends as you want. You only get 1 entry. Ah! You only get 1 entry for tagging your friends. But if any of your
This is kind of what it's like when you read legal terms.
Yeah.
Your brain's like,
You read like every 10th word.
okay, sounds good.
friends.
All right. We'll let her come back. Maybe we'll share what we're giving away.
We'll share what we're giving.
Come back around to it.
I'm
Okay.
so excited to know it.
So I'm going to give away, oops, wrong side of the box. One of these Jim Shores, and it is Belle, and it is the Be Kind Belle, and I'll show what she looks like out of the box. So Here's
beautiful.
the little Jim Shore Belle. So that's
love
what
it.
you'll be getting from our channel if you win.
And from my channel, you will be getting these beautiful Beauty and the Beast ears made by
Those are gorgeous.
Chelsea Stone Creations. You can follow her on Instagram too. She actually has an Etsy shop, and I definitely promote her. She's awesome. So I love these. They're awesome.
I guess we should have said everything is Belle themed. So
Yes.
we're not doing a good job. Sorry. We like debriefed all of this and then we like just get going and forget all the details.
But that's
So yes,
Can I see the Jim Shore? I haven't seen the Jim Shore yet, and I missed it.
Oh, she's so cute.
Here's the Jim Shore. So yes, everything is Belle themed. We're gonna try and do giveaways like once a quarter, and we're doing Women of Disney. So every giveaway we do will be inspired by one of the amazing women within the Disney, maybe even expanded Disney universe. So
I love it.
this our first one is Belle. And that was it from me because hosting the first one, Belle's one of my favorite princesses. So I thought she'd be a fun one to start with.
Okay, and then I just got back from Disney shortly before Jean Eclair. And with Enchanted Tales with Belle like not being open, there's minimal Belle stuff that you can find. So I have two things. So we're gonna go with like your simple Belle coffee mug that you can get at the Emporium before you walk out. You know, just that little thing. And then checkout. Okay, there's your little Disney World sticker. I'm about to sing to you.
Oh my God! You got it!
Oh. Let's put it in here.
You have to win to hear the rest of the
that
song.
one. I didn't get it.
There you go. Leave them wanting more.
I should have gotten that one. Oh.
Well, when we go back in April, we'll be there together. So I'll make sure you get it.
Yes, I'm
Aileen
gonna get
was
it.
melting.
I'm gonna get it.
What?
Aileen loves Belle, so she's like freaking out.
Oh yes, I know. Yes.
Aileen, don't you have that coffee mug? I feel like she has that one.
I thought you said I was melting because I literally am melting.
Oh, you too? Yeah. You're just gonna keep everything.
I'm like my face is getting so red because I'm just like so hot right now. Like I need to stop
Just
trying
turn it
to
off.
do things in front of the fireplace.
And so my Belle item isn't here yet, but here's my Belle item. Oh, let's see if the camera's gonna let you see it. There you go. It is a yellow Belle dress, a lounge fly.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And it has been shipped and it's on the way. So it will be here soon.
Yes.
But we got time because when are we announcing our winner?
Yeah. April 1st.
April 1st.
April 1st.
Yes. So our first.
So you also get bonus entries if you participate in the next live stream.
Yes.
Yep. So so go and which we need to do, but we will post on our Instagram accounts a little like giveaway post. So you'll want to go comment on each of those and make sure you're following all of us on Instagram for a bonus entry. And then the next live stream that we do in 2 weeks, which I should know the date, but off the top of my head, I can't remember what it is. March 20 something. Sound good?
Who knows?
Oh no.
So,
18th?
March 18th. Come back for that one, and then
The 18th.
18th. Yep.
The 18th.
So come back for that one, and same thing if you're in the chat commenting during the live, or if you leave a comment after that.
No, Eileen, it's not an April Fool's joke.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Somebody will
We're
win
keeping it
a
all.
gift short, a lounge fly, ears, a mug, and an ornament. Yes.
Yes. So it's a good giveaway. It's super fun. It's an awesome way to kick it off. So we're excited to continue Mama's Bounce Club, and hopefully we may change the name. We don't know. We're like up in the air. We'll see.
Crazy.
But yeah. But thank you guys for all coming and joining us tonight. Hopefully this was fun. We have some super fun ideas for future streams that we're going to do as well. So on the 18th is our next one, Thursday, March 18th, 7:00 Eastern. We'll be over on Ajana Claire's channel, so Zoel's World. Make sure you are subscribed to all of our channels and join us over there. And
my router's in my laundry room, so we may be having this chat in my laundry room.
And do we already have a topic too for
And our
that?
topic.
Yes. What was our
Yeah.
topic? It is
Planning.
planning for Disney in 2021.
Planning
Yeah.
Disney trip in 2021.
Yes.
What
So
you
that'll
need
be
to
a
know.
good chat.
Yes.
That'll be awesome.
So it's a lot different than planning Disney previously.
Yeah.
And it's still the same. So
It
it's a little
Right.
bit
The
different
magic.
and a little bit the same, all
Right.
at the same time. It's crazy.
The magic is still the same, but the
Yes.
pre-planning and what to pack has changed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with us tonight.
Yes,
We don't
thank
have,
you.
like, we
This
don't
was
have
so
like a
fun.
Mama Mouse sign off. I don't know what our
We
sign off
don't.
I
is.
know. We gotta maybe something with a cat because we're all cats.
Like,
No, please.
Which is super confusing with the mouse reference as well.
I know.
Yeah, maybe we should have came up with that, right?
I don't know.
If you guys have any ideas, send them to us because we need
Yes,
help.
Yes.
yeah, let us know. Let us
That's your
know.
sign off ideas.
All right,
And
well,
if there's
we will-
anything you want to see
Yes.
us cover in the Mama Mouse Pub, let us know either in the comments in this video or on our Instagram, or you guys know how to contact us, you know?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
there's no topic that we will not address, including like
Nope.
where to get the best margaritas on Disney property. I'm just saying.
We're
Yep.
open to
I'm just
that as
saying.
well. Yes.
Definitely.
I think we definitely need to do some like food and drink ones.
Yes.
There's lots we could talk about there. The resorts. I don't know. We could talk about Disney all day, all night.
day. Every day.
But considering that we are all mothers, we do all have little ones that are waiting for us.
And I have to go make dinner.
Yes. So thank
My
you
kids
guys
gonna love
for joining us.
Thursdays.
This was lots of fun, and we'll see you guys again in 2 weeks.
See you guys.
See ya.
Thanks for hosting, Irene.
Yes. Thanks for being here.